Intuitively, you have to know this truth. But it's always nice when a congressional House panel releases the actual proof right in front of you so you know it. Assault rifle makers have made $1 billion off of the panic, off of the fear, off of the carnage, the destruction, the ruined lives, the blood on their hands by marketing these weapons. The panel's report goes on to specifically talk about how they market them to people who they judge to be white supremacists. I've talked about this before, and people want to act like it's a conspiracy theory. It's a business model. They market these weapons to people who are insane. And if they get lucky, and they do, and they can keep our gun regulations as hamstrung as they are, there'll be a number of shootings. And when there are a number of shootings, then their politicians, their spokespeople, other right-wing commentators who they pay off, and we found that out in the past, and the money in the NRA, there's still numerous investigations looking into the Russian money in the NRA, who that paid. Your Dana Loesch's, who also had a radio show and a presence on Twitter and TV, and other commentators like her. And so it all literally just becomes a money grab. A sick, immoral, amoral, despicable money grab where you have dead children and dead parade goers and dead movie theater goers and broken families. This report points out, I mean, you could map this out. It might look like one of Glenn Beck's crazy or Alex Jones's crazy maps, but it's actually true. And this report talks about it. So you see there's a murder like in Highland Park or Uvalde or Buffalo. And the NRA grabs that to say, well, you're not safe now. The only way you can be safe is not to actually ban those weapons like the 40 plus other high income countries have done, so that they don't have these things happen ever, or maybe like once every couple of years. But you now need to go get yourself one of those weapons, even though somebody walking up behind you and shooting you, surprising you and shooting you when you have no training, which, by the way, all of these states have gotten rid of the requirement for concealed and open carry training. It's like 6 hours on the range. I shot on a competitive rifle team. If I'd only put 6 hours in, I would have missed the damn target. You need to put in hours and hours and hours, hundreds of them on the range to have a clue what the hell you were doing. But they don't want that, you see, because you get shot or somebody in your family gets shot and you get angry. And then you want to protect everything else you've got. Maybe you buy those weapons. Your neighbors buy those weapons. Other people do. The NRA makes money. The ghouls in the NRA make money. Other people like them. Secondary sellers at various markets that are unregulated. Gun bazaars, really, are what they should be called, from flea markets to online to gun shows where you don't need to go through a background check. They make a lot more money because people that shouldn't have these guns know to go to those places, so there won't be a background check and they'll get more. And then Republican politicians can say that crime is going up, as they've said. Crime's not going up for almost anything. There's one category, violent crime with weapons. And that's because they're putting more guns in more people's hands who shouldn't have them and who aren't equipped to use them emotionally or physically. And here you have this disastrous downward spiral of murder and mayhem caused by the NRA, the Republican Party, Fox News, and all of their sycophants. And they all walk away making money. And for the ones in office, they get reelected by telling you that Democrats are letting crime go up when they're the ones putting guns in the hands of the Highland Park shooter and the Uvalde shooter and the Buffalo shooter and the Philadelphia shooter and the Knoxville shooter. And, we can go on, and there'll be a new one next week. We must stand up to these ghouls. We must stop them. If Joe Manchin and Kirsten Sinema weren't such cowards, we'd be able to get rid of the filibuster, and we'd have a majority potentially to ban assault rifles. Certainly, I think high-capacity magazines, and we'd definitely get universal background checks. But we need more. We need to fight harder. I was lucky enough to work with someone whose super PAC I helped launch this week, Andy Parker. His daughter, you may know the story, was murdered while on live TV in 2015 in Virginia doing the news. She was just doing her job, and an aggrieved person who never should have had an assault rifle did. So understand that this is a business model. It's a sick person, mafiosa, Vladimir Putin type business model. That's what you're looking at here. And every one of them that defends our current gun policies, every one of them defends the Russian infiltrated illegal money moving NRA is guilty. And we need to call them out constantly and make this a campaign issue this year and destroy them electorally. By the way, guys, thank you for watching this channel. We have grown so quickly lately. We've added 75% more viewers in, I think, 2 to 3 weeks. Please keep it going. Share it with anyone, family, friends you know who will like this. Give me a like on here and comment. Please subscribe and turn on your notifications so you'll know when there are more videos. And I ask that you also, is there anything else I have to ask you? Yeah, follow me on Twitter at Cliff Schecter, CliffSchecter. Thanks, guys.